Hello and well done on taking part in our Let's Get Motivated challenge. Thank you very much for joining us on this. And first week's been amazing. We've seen the amount of minutes that we've done. So what I thought I'd do is give you a couple of short workouts you could do at home, because I know it's not always easy to get out and about and exercise, definitely if we've got a busy life. So I thought I'd just give you some basic exercises anyone can do with modifications or with weights. It's going to be 4 or 5 exercises, and you can repeat those. You can do timed or reps. You can combine them all together. You can just do a couple of them, but just give you some ideas to keep you going over the next couple of weeks. Just let you know before, obviously, if I'm giving you exercises to do, if there's anything medically or anything, please check with your doctor. Any injuries or anything, please be careful. So this is you doing the exercises at your own risk. So to start with, I've just got 5 exercises that I've put together. We're going to start with nice simple exercise squats. So these exercises generally are still good exercises to do for paddleboarding as well. So with squats, we just want to make sure our feet are firm planted. I always say big toe, little toe and heel on the floor. And all you're going to do is come down to your range of motion. So what I mean by that is, that might be as far as you can go, or you could go all the way down. So we're just going to keep going down. As you come up, really think about squeezing the glutes, one of our biggest, strongest muscles. And if we're thinking about paddleboarding, we're slightly more forward on the toes. So it may be that you put something underneath the heel, that will just tip you slightly forward. Or as you come up, think about pushing more from the toes, so we've got that little bit more flexibility in the ankle. So if you have got weights or anything, be it a bottle of water or some dumbbells, I've got a kettlebell, if you want to make it a little bit harder, take hold of that weight, come down, shut that way. So you've got different ways of doing it, however you find a good way of doing it. But to start off with, just keep within your range of movement. So moving from there, we're going to go into a push-up. So you can either do a full push-up, or to start off with, most people do more of a box push-up. To get into the correct position, make sure you go into a full plank first, then drop the knees down. That will get you in the correct position for a push-up. And then from there, you're just going to lower the chest down and push up. So you're kind of pushing your hands through the ground, making those chest muscles work. If that feels okay, then you can come up into a full position, come down. What you don't want to do is have a massive arch in the back or your bum right in the air. So if that gets too much, you do a couple, that's enough, just drop to the knees, absolutely fine. And that'll work the chest muscles and the triceps. From there, we're going to do a forward lunge. Now, if you've got any knee problems, sometimes a reverse lunge is better, so I'm going to show you both. So a forward lunge, you want to be nice and upright, take a step forward and drop down. Now make sure with your knee that you're not pushing through the knee. You want to come down so the knee stays in alignment. So we tuck a tailbone under, nice and upright, and drop up and down. Imagine like you're in a lift. You've got a lift goes up and down, it doesn't go forward or back. And you can do either alternate legs, or another way of doing it, take a step forward and then just come up and down on that same leg. So I mentioned reverse lunge. So sometimes people are a little bit sore on their knees. Doing a reverse lunge, which is coming back, works slightly better. It stops that knee going forward, because it's quite easy for the knee to start to slip forward. So from lunges, we're going to do something called a renegade row. So we're back into your plank position. Again, either full or on your knees. Keeping the body nice and still, so we're going to engage those core muscles. Core muscles go forward all the way around, so we're going to engage all of those. We're going to make sure shoulders are in line with wrists, and then they're in line with hips all the way down to our ankle. From there, nice and stable, you're going to clench your fist, bring it up to just under your armpit. But what we're not looking for is this movement. We're looking for everything nice and stable to come up, so we've engaged all that core stability area. From there, last one we're going to do in this circuit is a twist. So sit nice and upright, you've got those knobbly bits in your bottom. You're going to roll back until that core's holding you. And what I mean by that, if you roll back too far, there for me, I start to fall. So it's knowing that my core's engaged and it's holding me. From there, hands out, and I'm just going to rotate round, but I'm making sure the core's working. So from there to there. If I've got a bit more range movement, I might come all the way down to the forearm, might even put a weight in my hand. But what we don't want to do is everything twisting. So nice and slow all the way round. And you can repeat that circuit 2, 3, 4 times. You can say you can do it as minutes, so 30 seconds, 45, 60, or you can say I'm going to do 12 reps on each. So that's the first circuit. I'm going to move on to a second one that you can then combine with this one, or you can do it separately. So we're going to do something that works a bit on balance. So we've all been on pedal boards, we all know you've constantly got the core and everything engaged. It's a great balance exercise. So we're going to do something called a single leg deadlift. And what you're going to do is stand on one leg, make sure that foot's firmly planted, take the opposite arm and leg and take it back, and you're going to reach down and back. Now to start with, you can tap the foot down. Maybe that you only go a little way. As you progress this exercise, you want to take it as far that you see my back legs going right back, and I'm reaching down. I'll do a sideways one for that. So you're reaching down. Tell my balance is good today. So engage that core, reach down and back up. We can then progress that on by reaching down and maybe take the knee up. You can also get a light weight and do it that way. So there's lots of progressions on this one. Again, either minutes, seconds or reps each side, but it's a great way of getting all these little muscles in our ankle and everything working for balance. So from there, we're going to go into triceps, working the back of the arm. Couple of options. If you haven't got any weights, one way of doing it, if we sit down, put our fingers so they're facing towards our bottom, near our bottom, feet in, and all you're going to do is lean back onto the arm, push up quick. So slow down, push up quick. If you've got something like a chair or a little raised area, you could grab hold of that and you can do a tricep dip where the elbows come in together. Or if you've got something like a kettlebell, dumbbell or pot of water, the other option, take it up above your head, squeeze down, push up. So any of these will work the back of the arms, the triceps, another muscle group that gets used when we're paddling. So next one we're going to do is a lateral lunge. This works the inner thigh, the adductor muscles. Never exercised enough of these muscles, so definitely when we're on a board, stable, these need to be working. So best way to do that, take a side lunge. Can you see I'm keeping this leg straight? With this straight leg using my adductor, that's going to pull me back. So I'm keeping this leg straight and pull. So what I don't want to do is bend both legs to come back. So out, back. Want to make it harder? I come right out, I rotate this foot back, or again, if I've got a weight to hand, I can use that as well. So that's your lateral. From there, sticking to the lateral and using one side, we're going to go to a side plank with a hip raise. So bend the arm, shoulder above the elbow. Your first way of doing it is bend the bottom leg, top leg on top, lift up. And what I'm trying to do is get the hips right up. And then I'm going to lower just before they hit the mat, push up again. I can have a hand in the air, back up. Want to increase this, I can go both legs up and down. So all we're doing is working this side of our core, keeping it nice and strong. What you don't want to be doing is leaning too far forward, too far back. So with all these exercises, there's nothing wrong with progressing it. So don't go, oh, I'm going to do the hard level first. Make sure you're strong on that easy level first and move up. It's better to engage the correct muscles than try and then lose in technique. Next one, we're going to do opposite arm to leg. So this is a core, one that also uses the obliques. So if you lay down, straight arm, straight leg, and we're going to take opposite arm to leg like it says. So right arm comes across to left, then left across to right. Now we don't have to come up really high, and in fact most people won't. What I want to do is think about my rib cage to my hips, and I just want to come up, and as you can see I'm not going to come up that far, because if I do I'm throwing myself up and there's no core engagement in that. So that's the second circuit. Like I said, you can put them together, you can do one on its own, however you want. I'm also going to throw in a little bit of a cardio circuit. So Again, if you can't get out and about, we're going to just do a little bit of cardio. Sorry, next door dog's barking away. So we're going to do something called plank runners. If you do my paddle fit, you'll know these appear on the paddle board. So back into your plank, and you're going to drive your knee in. By doing that, you're still using your core. So we drive the knee in, nice and quick. If that's too much, just come in and tap. Again, we're trying to keep the bottom down, core engaged, and I kind of recommend you do these sort of 30 seconds, 45 or 60. From plank runners, we're going to go into plank jacks. So exactly the same, we're jumping out. Again, too much, tap out, tap out. We're just trying to get the heart rate up a bit more, so we just want to put a little bit more speed into it. From there, we're going to do squat jumps. So you're going to come down, use the power, these are big muscle groups. Jump up, power up. Again, can't jump, that's absolutely fine. Come up onto your toes, nice and quick. Okay, so from there, we're going to go into something called a wood chop. This again uses rotation. So we want to use these muscles as much as we can. When we're paddleboarding, we want to get rotation in. So from here, again, if you've got a bottle of water, weight, it's ideal. If not, just clasp your hands, squat down, everything's facing that way, on the outside of your leg, and then you're going to rotate round. So imagine you're passing something across and it's high up. So we're down, we're across. Nice and quick. So we really want to activate these muscles quickly. Do one side and then obviously swap over to the other side. We're going to finish with a lunge jump. Again, I'll give you a modification. So you're down into that lunge and then you spring up, swap over. Spring up and swap over. If that is too much, then combine a forward into, sorry, I don't know if you can see there, a forward lunge into a reverse lunge. So go forward, reverse, and then swap to the other side, or you can do alternate sides. So that's just a quick cardio circuit put together for you. Again, you can combine all three, you can take the exercises you want, just have a play around with it. One thing I would say, before you go into any of these exercises, if you're just coming to do them, make sure you do a little bit of a warm up. It might be just do a little bit of knee raises, squats, and just keep your first set a little bit lower to give the body a chance to warm up. But anyway, have fun with it. What would be lovely if you could video yourselves doing a little bit of it, sending a photo of you doing it, and tell me how long you've done. And you never know, as bonus points, we might double the minutes for this circuit. So you don't have to do it all, and you could just do 10 minutes. That's, you know, every minute does count, not just for the Let's Get Motivated, but for ourselves. We put too much pressure on having to exercise lots. We don't have to, we can just do 10 minutes a day. It's better than doing anything, and it's healthier for us. So have a go, let me know your thoughts. Any questions, please ask away and I'll try and help. But yeah, have fun, and thank you again for doing the challenge.